Hello, this is John Mason. How is everybody? I have voted this morning, and I hope you have done so or are going to do so. Please do so. Please go out and vote. That is the way we collectively make a change in the world, or at least in our immediate community and our nation. It's particularly important to go out and vote given the current Republican congressional leadership's infatuation with the idea of uh, their current tax plan, which is endorsed by that strange person lurking around the White House. This tax plan would cut taxes for the upper 1% of our economy, of our population. Our our corporate elite are very wealthy, and our corporations, which have upon billions and trillions, and don't need tax cuts. Whereas we, middle income, working class, low income people, are going to get increases in tax rates, and we're going to lose some very valuable tax deductions, like with real estate taxes and property taxes and and, and deductions on payments for student loans. We would lose those, but the Republican congressional leadership keeps talking about this is a tax plan that would benefit the working people and the middle class, etc. The whole idea is that, as they put it, is that these corporations and rich people will invest their money in corporations, and the corporations will invest in new equipment and hire more people, yada 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 yada. But that has been going on since the Reagan administration, starting in '81. And what are the results? These same corporations go ahead and shut down their plants, their factories in this country, and set up their plants in low-wage nations such as Mexico and Haiti and China and Vietnam, looking for workers who will be forced to work for the least amount of money, for pocket change, like a few quarters cents an hour, if that much. And that they would have governments that would be happy to repress workers' efforts to organize. And if the workers do succeed in organizing and asserting their rights, the corporation will find another nation to establish their plants and exploit their people as their workforce. It is particularly enlightening in the case coming up of the Paradise Papers. That is the case I have been following in the New York Times, which has been investigated by the International Consortium of Investigative Journalists. Which is, okay, in a nutshell, there's this law firm, Appleby, in Bermuda, and their specialty is to find offshore tax havens for wealthy people and corporations to plant their money so that they would not be taxed. And all some of them are famous corporations and wealthy people. They have followed this advice. They have followed Applebee's advice to establish their bank accounts in these and shell companies in these nations where the tax laws are very weak. And that is what the wealthy people and the corporations have been doing with the money that have been saving from from not paying taxes in this country. They've been hiding it from us. And how many schools if we were able to finally tax that money at a reasonable rate, these corporations and wealthy people aren't going to be starved to death or forced to go on food stamps or anything like that. None of that nonsense. With this money, how many bridges and roads and water plants can be repaired? How many schools can be rebuilt? How much infrastructure can be saved? How many hospitals can be supported? Universities? For the good of all of us. As we vote, and please vote, please consider these facts. See, it just galls me that these politicians, with their false claims, that they think we're going to fall for it. And some of us do, like the people who voted for Trump. And the news media sometimes enables them. But let's keep the pressure on Congress. Let's continue to educate ourselves on the real story about the economy and the nation. And please, get out there and vote. Bye.